Next one on the line, please.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. Please take a seat.
Thank you.
My name is Francisco Ramirez, and I'm going to ask you some questions about you for the job. Is that okay for you?
Okay, perfect. Yes.
Okay, so what's your name?
My name is Duarte. I am the future applicant of this institution.
Okay, nice to meet you, man.
Thanks, you too.
So, why do you want to work with us, with this hospital that is a high-level hospital?
Well, it's quite a long time since I have known about this institution.
Okay.
Because of several family members that have been attended here, always with the best of the attention. So,
Well, that's interesting. So, how long ago?
well, the last one that I can recall of is of an uncle,
Okay.
which came because of lumbar hernia. He bear a lot of pain during a lot of time, and he got diagnosed very badly until he came into this hospital. And the physicians attending here were the ones that could find the problem. They began treatment, and they corrected the problem with surgery, and he ended up just fine. He is no longer with pain. He can run again without any problem, any issue. So I think that was pretty awesome, pretty impressive about the hospital. So that's why I became interested in become part of the hospital team, and I want to be a doctor with the same quality of attention than the ones that treated my uncle. So that's why I'm here.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that. So, nowadays we have many applicants. So, I want to know, why do I have to choose you?
Okay, if you had the chance to check my curriculum,
Okay.
you can see that I am very well qualified for the job. Unfortunately, I can count with very good academical background. I could attend one of the best universities here in Mexico for medical formation.
What institute was that?
It's the UVM, Universidad del Valle de México.
Okay, yeah.
So, well, that is the academical background. I have also been assisting several surgeries and attending a lot of clinical history records. And well, I know quite well how to move myself between the medical atmosphere, so I feel pretty comfortable around it, and I am very attentive, and I have a special touch with the patients, so I get along pretty well with my partners and as much as with my patients.
Okay, so in terms for taking decisions on with social with all the workers here, do you feel capable of making hard decisions in a certain point?
Oh yes, definitely, especially because one of the areas that I know pretty well and I attend a lot of time, it's the emergency room. In that environment, you have to know how to choose quickly and how to take the best call in order for the patient not only to survive but to end up with the best conditions for him to take up his life again and to live along without any repercussions or the least of them as possible.
Okay, we appreciate that very much. So, about yourself, what would you describe to be your best quality?
Well, I will say that my best quality,
That best describes you.
it will be that I can be pretty honest and I don't have to hide information in order for the patient to trust me without getting too delicate, too sensitive, or too offensive, so the patient does not get scared. He ends up trusting the treatment, the medical decisions that we take and we make. And so it is hard for a patient to say not when I offer him a possible option with the best of the outcome, but and at the same time I don't have to hide the possible repercussions, the side effects of special treatment, because I know and I trust that the one that I am recommending is the best for him, and the patient usually ends up trusting that it is the best for him as well.
Okay, that's interesting. So, in the other side, what would you say that is your biggest flaw?
Well, I will say that my biggest flaw is that it has been cases where I get too attached to a certain case, especially when it comes to treating children that does not have the best conditions for them to um, getting cured even. So that gets me.
Like personally involved, like with some emotional way?
Personal, no, because I always separate what it is personal issues with the workplace.
Okay, that's
But
important.
I sometimes it's hard for me to avoid that emotional repercussion. It doesn't show up in the work I have to do, but I have to deal with it, so it doesn't consume me. You know?
Okay, yes, we have to learn how to separate that questions. So yeah, that's a really frequently flaw, but we have to learn how to separate that. So about your specialty, your residence,
Okay.
are you looking forward for taking that in recent time, or are you spending this job for a long time, or
Well, as I have mentioned at the beginning of the interview, I'm really interested in becoming a part of the hospital team, and I don't think that that has like a limited period of time to achieve it. What I mean is that it's not like a temporary thing that I want to achieve. If I want to become like a real team, like a real member of this group, of this institution, I am already mm, considered quite for a long time to be a part of the group with the specialty of anesthesiology. It's like the
okay?
part that gets me more. So I don't think that it has to be temporal. I want to get ready, get prepared here, and then move on in this institution to become a doctor of the hospital.
Okay, so we can count with you for about 2 years from now.
Yes, I think that's very feasible, and it's quite possible.
Okay, we're looking
It
for
is
that.
not quite possible. It's totally possible. It
Okay,
is certain.
okay, man. So that will be all for today.
Okay.
It your background it's looked very amazing. So we're
Thanks
going
very
to
much.
call you later for some other questions. Is that okay for you?
Yes, perfect. I am at your disposition anytime.
Okay, thank you. That would be all.
No, thank you very much.